Hey folks, I'm totally not named Dan, and I don't have a lot of time to make this video, because, well, we're a week away from regionals, and I still don't really have a deck. I have ideas for a deck, which you saw in the last video, and I have a deck that did well at the previous regionals that I don't think's going to hold its own coming into the new meta, and so I'm not exactly sure what I'm playing. And in that time, I do also have a couple of other UniVersus events to attend and just my general life to keep up with, so it's going to be a lot. But I'm sure I'll figure something out by the time comes. And in the meantime, I'll do my best to get this video out in a reasonable time frame, because it does want to be out before that regionals. And you can still call me Dan if you want. So, what's this video about? Well, if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll know, but otherwise it might be a bit surprising. Because while this is very much about my preparations for regionals, it is not actually about UniVersus at all. For some reason that I can't quite put a finger on, the UniVersus community, at least online, has got massively into Beyblade all of a sudden. And like, ridiculously so. It's at least half of what they talk about, despite the fact that it's spoiler season. It has been wild. But, well, I can't say I'm complaining. I was massively into Beyblade as a kid. At the age of 8, I got into the plastic ones, and I don't have the collection I did anymore. I don't have even close to the collection I did anymore, but I still have this collection right here. If we just move off to the side so I can show it to you. And yeah, that's my plastics collection. Now watch me open up the drawers. Every single one of them is filled with MFB. Metal Fight, Metal Fusion, Metal Masters, whatever you want to call it. They had a whole load of different names for it. The Metal series of Beyblades. I, again, got huge into that when it came out, but that was during my university days. I didn't actually have anyone to play it with. I just got so into the specifics of combining parts, customizing Beyblades that way, and just the theory behind it, testing them out, talking to people about it online, all of that. And honestly, I kind of think it hits the same spot that card gaming does. There's a lot of the same customization you have with building a deck. It's not quite the same, of course. There's not the same level of moving parts in a Beyblade. There's only sort of 4 or 5. 3 actually in the latest series, but we'll get to that. But there's so much intricate physics in that, and in practicing the different launch techniques to go with it, that I feel like it still fills a similar spot. And as an ex-physics student, I really, really enjoyed delving into the concepts behind it as well, and the physics, and the ridiculous pseudoscience physics based on hints of real logic that they had for the show. My favorite arc being the one where they found a perpetual motion machine that the main characters had to destroy, and the actual destroyed, now beaten so it's got an unbalanced lump in it perpetual motion machine was released as an actual Beyblade. They called it Basalt Parogium, or Paralogium, because of the clock face it was based on. So, for some reason it changed to Twisted Tempo in the UK. I didn't get much into the Burst series, so we won't be talking about those, but I did, very recently, get my hands on this. This is the latest starter set from Japan for Beyblade X, the latest season of Beyblade, combining bursts, unscrewing the opponent in battle gimmick, to have explosive burst finishes where the Beyblades literally fly apart. So you can see they introduced a protective plastic cover to go with that. So it's not like they're going to be flying up at your face like the fake ones that broke back in the day. They combined that with the sort of shapes of the plastic ones, the metal contact points of the MFB line, and just basically all the good bits of every generation that came before. And it is fantastic. And in addition to that, you'll see the stadium has this interesting toothed ring around it, which the gears on the Beyblades lock into. They have these little gears around the tips, so they lock into that, and it speeds them up as they travel around there, and it slingshots them through the center in the hopes of getting massive hits on opponents. Fights don't seem to last super long in Beyblade X. They're a bit quicker than I remember them being in Metal Fight, or even really in the plastic generation, but they've got the drama just right. It is so exciting, so high tension, just everything happens in an instant. It is crazy. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we have my instance of Wizard Rod, supposedly one of the best Beyblades out in Japan right now. And if you flip it over, you can see the ball disc tip with, alongside it, those gears. And yeah, we'll launch it into the stadium. It's a ball tip, so it moves a little bit, but not too much. It's not going to contact the rail. But oh boy, this shark edge is going to blow. Yeah, the hits there are just crazy. This is... God, I love this. And yeah, that's a win for Shark Edge. So yeah, that's just a general idea of how it works. Theoretically, Wizard Rod is top tier and Shark Edge is not, but Shark Edge is an attack type. It has the advantage against a stamina bay like this. And also, I just think Shark Edge is fantastic. I think it's underrated, to be honest. I don't have many others because, well, I only had a short time to get my hands on these for the event, and coming from Japan because I didn't really want to deal with Hasbro. And I talked about that in the past, I'll gloss over it here. But let's just say import times take a while and the costs can be a little bit more. Takara Tomy in Japan, though, does produce the best stadiums, as we see here. So I got this when I wasn't sure if anything was going to happen for a proper event, so that I could potentially host a few games on the side for the Sunday. Since then, it's come to my attention that apparently the hosts of the UniVersus regionals, along with Card Goblin, who supply a lot of cards on the side, I check those guys out, they're amazing. And frankly, Patriot Games and Sean there, who host the events, they're also fantastic for UniVersus. It's a small community, but the people who support it really, really put in effort, and it shows. But yeah, we will actually be having some Beyblade events on the side at regionals. I don't know the specifics, but I know that I'm bringing my Wizard Rod, I'm bringing my Shark Edge, I'm bringing my Dran Buster, I'm bringing my Stadium, and I may well bring some of my plastic and MFBs as well. I will not be bringing them on the 25th. That's the 25th of October 2024, just in case you're watching this video after the event. I will not be bringing my Beyblades then, because I won't be attending the Friday. I do have plans with my fake girlfriend, and I wouldn't pass those up for the world. And likewise, on the Saturday, I'm busy with the main event, but I will absolutely be bringing all my stuff for the Sunday. And maybe I'll be playing in Retro? Maybe I'll just be dedicating the day to playing Beyblade. We will see how it goes. But regardless, if you're coming to regionals and you have Beyblades, bring them along. We're going to have a hell of a time. It is going to be fantastic. And hey, maybe we can make this a more regular thing. Maybe we can actually have events that are joint Beyblade and UniVersus events. That's all for now. Stay tuned, and next time, I might just show you the Beyblade card game. Bye.